Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I'm Grace, and we are going to be practicing a warrior flow with some variations. I'm excited about this. It's just a few variations. There's a lot more, but we'll add in as many as we can. Let's see, I'm going to adjust this just a little so you can see me in the standing poses. So let's take a nice, comfortable seat. This is our week 8 warrior flow practice in our hybrid, and this is the week where we really focus our attention on unconditional love, and we're going to be pausing throughout the day, every day, to give ourselves loves, to be present to the sounds and the sights, and especially our own love. This week is tapas, the niyama tapas. So this is effort, self-discipline, self-control. The warrior flow is a little bit more of an effort, a little more tapas flow than a yin flow. So we're going to enjoy that as well. So let's close our eyes, feel that body connected to the earth, and begin some breath awareness. And if you haven't already, drop that breath down to the belly. And checking in with the body. First, the physical body, noticing how it feels to be in this physical body. What's this experience? Noticing where your body's connected to the earth, that support of the earth, that grounding. And begin to take a nice deep breath and notice the energy. Pranamaya Kosha. This week we're on Pranamaya Kosha, the energy body. Those chakras and pranavayas, meridians, nadis, Sushumna, Ida and Pingala, dancing, spiraling up, meeting at each chakra. And diving into Pratyahara. Notice a little deeper the Manamaya Kosha, emotions, your mental emotional state, as well as this aliveness inside you. Basking in the water, the nectar of your own bliss, your own true nature. That dynamic energy field within you. Where your true source resides. Connecting into that presence within. And as you continue to bask in the nectar, create an intention for yourself, something that you like to create, that brings you joy. Visualize it and feel those same emotions, and stating it in your mind, right here now, in the present, positive and present. And take some time now to bask in those beautiful emotions and see those beautiful visions. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. Coming up. Moving into our flow. First, let's do a little bit of warm-ups. Let's move those hips in some circles. Noticing the sensations. Making sure to go both ways. Back and forth. Maybe some twisting. Shaking out the body, bouncing. There's no ecstatic movement tomorrow with a lot of bouncing and shaking. I can actually do tomorrow's right after this. So. Perfect. So just feeling that. Let's tap that thymus. Wake up that immunity center. I woke up a little stuffy this morning, so I'm going to give my thymus a little tap. Hoping it's just allergies, because I have been digging in the dirt all day, every day, planting. So fun. Okay, so we're going to move into our foundation for our Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Back foot anywhere from 45 to 35, and that front foot is pointing 90 degrees towards the front. Front knee is right over that second toe. The hips are actually open in your Warrior 2, facing me. And we bring those arms out, gazing out over the front fingertips. Engage those bandhas and let's breathe. Taking 2 breaths and we'll move into some variations. So with Warrior 2, there's not a lot of variation other than the arms. So we can bring the arms up, kind of like a goddess pose. You can bring them to your waist, to your heart. You can come into a kind of a side angle prayer with your hands. You can also move them back. We're moving a little more into a Warrior 1 pose with that. And always, you can come down to your knee. Warrior. And let's come back up into our Warrior and move into our Reverse Warrior. So Reverse Warrior, the same. The knee can be right over the ankle. The knee can be straight. You can look straight up your hand. You can move into more of a back bend. And one more breath here. And coming into our side angle. So there's a lot of options here too. Where's my block? Let's see. There it is. With the side angle, you can always bring the hand down. You can rest. The hand can come down on a block. 1, 2, block. You can look up at your fingertips. You can keep the head in alignment with the spine. And with side angle, you can do some different things with the hands. You can scoop up. You can also use, this is table here. The side angle, you can also, you're coming into your side angle, instead of scooping that hand down, you can bring it down to a chair, like this. So there's some variations in our side angle. And we're going to move into triangle, straightening both of those feet, a nice micro bend in the knees. And let's bring those arms out and let's hinge forward, because we were in our side angle, but we got to move back in that position a little, and then rotate into your triangle. you can always use a block in your triangle. You want to always stack those shoulders. You can also bring that block back. And of course, you can just have the hands suspended, your triangle. And then, of course, there's always the revolved triangle. So we're going to go into pyramid first. There's not a lot of options in pyramid, just whether you want to go a little deeper or not. You can use blocks or come down to the earth. Let's move into revolved triangle, twisting away from me as you lift. Hands up. And breathe. And bring the hands down. And then another variation with the warrior flow is that we can take that front foot and bring it back and move into downward facing dog, which is really convenient. Once you're in downward facing dog, there's a lot of options, and we go through those in Surya Namaskara. Walking the dog. It's definitely a nice one. And three-legged dog. That leg up. And if you're going through your flow that you're just in, you can move right from your downward facing dog, your three-legged dog, into your warrior Virabhadrasana 1. And there's a lot of options for this. Of course, there's always the option of bringing that knee down to the floor. And then there's a lot of options with the arms as you're in this. There's the chair. So instead of having the hands up, you can have your hands on a chair. It's an option for you. Instead of the arms like this, you can have them out like that. You can have them like this. You can come into the prayer on the side. You can move back into a back bend. And then there's things you can do with the hands. You can clasp the hands, make a tempo with the hands. You can have the hands up, out. You can hold a mudra. One more breath. Beautiful. And let's bring the foot up. So we're moving into warrior 3. A nice variation is to have a chair to hold. Otherwise, the hands can come out or back. You can point the toe or flex it. This is the more traditional way. And then one more breath. And coming out. Moving into our star. Star also has a lot of different variations, especially with the hands. So, and you can make a twist with your star. Let's just hold that star, those 5 lines of energy. Breathing into the belly. And moving into our goddess. Again, so variations with goddess can be really high squat, average squat, or a nice low squat. Those are options for goddess. So find your squat. I'm going to be more average. And then there's some things you can do. You can bring the hands, prayer position, and have them straight up, straight out. You can have them bent like this. And palms can be in or out. You can move side to side. You can do prayer. to the sides. Beautiful. And it's a nice one too. And coming up, we move into wide leg forward fold. Bringing that tailbone out and hinging forward. Beautiful. A lot of options here. Just play with the options side to side, both feet, one at a time. The center, you can use a block. And play in your forward fold. Coming back to center. Looking up, hinging up. Beautiful job. We'll take this left foot, pointing 90 degrees, back 45 to 30. And we're going to move over to the other side. Do everything we just did, adding some beautiful variations to the pose. Engage the bandhas and breathe. And add the variations that may feel good for you in your Virabhadrasana too. All right. And moving into reverse warrior. Opening up that heart. Finding a variation that you may like. And breathe. Next inhale, reaching up. And on the exhale, bending the knee. If it's not already, over the ankle. Resting that front arm. And finding your variation. Now if we did this on side angle, we can wrap the hand around the leg. That's an option. Another one is bringing these arms. Bring them, clasp them behind you and feel that. Beautiful. Coming into our triangle. Finding your variation here. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, come down. A hand on either side of that front foot. Moving into your pyramid. And we're going to add a variation. We're going to move the downward facing dog here. Moving into your dog, maybe walking your dog. Fingers are spread. Slight external rotation in the upper arms and shoulders. Eyes are back. And we're going to bring that left leg back into a three-legged dog. Take a couple breaths here. One more breath. And on the exhale, bringing that leg back between the hands and moving in to Virabhadrasana 1. And finding your variation for Virabhadrasana 1. Again, you can do the same thing. You can bend over, and have those arms behind. Up with them behind. You can move into prayer. And one more breath. Coming up and taking that step and moving into your warrior 3. Grounding that foot first, hinging forward, cramp in my toe, little cramp in my toe, not good timing. So nice. Wall is a really nice, very, it's back. Let's stick to the wall. Point the toe. One more breath. And coming back. Beautiful job. And let's move into a chair pose. Feeling those feet hip width apart. Bringing the arms up as we sit back in our chair. Gauge the bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Good. Coming up, clasping the hands, we move right into standing yoga mudra. Releasing the hands, coming down. And let's come onto our backs. Bring those knees into the chest. Rocking back and forth. Let's bring those legs up. Bring them in towards the body. Use your strap if you need. Wrapping that strap through the arches and pulling the legs in. Opening up the legs and pulling them in. Beautiful. Let's just bring those knees up, resting on the back. And move into a pause. And coming back, let's move into a supine knee down twist. Coming up, I have the right leg out, coming up onto the right side, bringing the left leg over, and then that nice deep twist. Taking that right hand out 90 degrees and turning the hand to gaze. Find a pause here. Feeling that unconditional love pour into your heart. And releasing the leg. And let's move over to the other side. pausing in the pose as you send your heart love. Let's bring the feet up, flex and extend. And then windshield wiper. Shaking the legs out. Releasing toxins, emotional baggage, trauma. If you want to, coming up to a half shoulder stand. Finding your variation. Oh, nice. Bring one foot at a time down. You can bring those feet out to the side. And moving into plow. If it's in your practice, I like to keep the legs parallel to the earth. And then curling into a ball and coming down. And move into fish. Legs are extended out, palms are face down, bringing those palms under the buttocks. Elbows snug into the body, pressing into the elbows. You lift the chest and the head, and then gently coming down to rest on the crown of your head, very top. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Fully present, paused in this pose. One more breath. And the next inhale, lifting the head, straightening it, and coming back. Releasing the hands. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Rocking back and forth. Beautiful job. Let's move into, let's bring the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Rolling around a little. Noticing the sensations. Opening up the legs into baby. Gentle pull down on the feet, knees towards the earth. Noticing the hip opening. Bandhas engaged and breathe. And then kicking around. If you need to move into any pose, or making final stretches with your body, or stay in baby for another minute. And when you're ready, moving into Savasana, making yourself comfortable. And allow the body to completely release, sink into the earth. As you pause, send unconditional love into your heart. As we bask in silence and integrate. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Coming back as you wiggle the fingers and toes. Stretch out the body. And rolling over to one side or the other. And then when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. And checking in again. Checking in with the body. Nice deep breath as you check in with that pranamaya kosha. This energy body we're focusing on this week. Bringing more attention to, more awareness out. And awareness to all those systems. Powerful major chakras. 7 powerful spinning vortexes. Bring your awareness to the Sushumna. Powerful great river of energy, vitality, surging up our spine. White light, shining, vibrant, yellow hue, sparkling, powerful. Nadis. Web of meridians. The lungs and the breath. Pranavayas dancing, balancing everything, all the systems. And taking a moment to go even a little deeper, a little more expanded out into the Manamaya Kosha, to Pratyahara, basking in the emotional field, the aliveness within. And moving into your intention, basking in all those beautiful emotional benefits and seeing the visions. And releasing that intention with a this or better, this or better, this or better. And we'll conclude with namaste. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. And when I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste.